A new law in the European Union went into effect on August 25th. It's called the Digital Services Act, and it has devastating consequences for online platforms, content creators, and internet users. This new law is a direct threat to our democracy, freedom of speech, and I fear will have worse consequences on the control of information. Think 1984. Here are some key consequences. Broad definition of disinformation. Article 91 defines disinformation as false or misleading content spread with the intent to deceive or secure economic or political gain, and which may cause public harm. This definition is intentionally broad, encompassing a wide range of online content. Further, who gets to say what is disinformation or false? The political globalists controlling the pocket strings of the leaders they raised? I don't think so. Jurisdiction. While the DSA is an EU regulation, its impact extends far beyond the EU's borders. If content posted online could potentially be accessed by someone in Europe, it falls under the jurisdiction of DSA. This means that online platforms worldwide need to comply with its provisions if they have users or viewers in the EU. Globalists like George Soros, Bill Gates, and Klaus Schwab love to remove borders in favor of sidestepping those pesky nations that have human dignity at the center of their democracies. The United Nations General Assembly voted on July 28, 2022 to declare the ability to live in a sustainable environment a universal basic human right. Sounds great on the surface until you realize they get to determine what sustainable environment means. No cars, no natural gas, no meat, 15-minute cities. You will eat the bugs and you will be happy. Penalties for non-compliance. Online platforms that fail to comply with the DSA can face severe penalties. They may be fined up to 6% of their annual global revenue. For tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Amazon, this could amount to billions of dollars in fines. Worse yet, they can go after individuals. Content removal and censorship. To avoid fines and penalties, online platforms may become more aggressive in removing content that could be deemed disinformation. This could lead to increased censorship and the removal of content that is controversial or critical of governments and powerful entities. Algorithmic control. The DSA empowers regulators to monitor and control algorithms used by online platforms. This means that platforms may alter their algorithms to favor or disfavor certain types of content, potentially limiting the reach of independent or alternative voices. Who has two thumbs and will be shadow banned? This guy. Fact-checking and content moderation. Fact-checkers will be granted more access to content to assess its accuracy. Content flagged as disinformation may be subject to removal or demonetization. Online platforms may also employ more human moderators to ensure compliance. Global impact. Even though the DSA originates in the EU, its influence will extend globally due to the worldwide reach of tech giants and the sheer volume of internet users potentially affected. This could lead to a chilling effect on free speech and content creation worldwide. Risk to independent media. Independent media outlets and content creators who rely on platforms like YouTube and Facebook may find their content subject to removal or demonetization if it doesn't align with the DSA's guidelines, potentially stifling diverse voices and viewpoints.
You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world because of jail.
In summary, the DSA ushers in a new era of internet regulation and content control. It gives regulators broad powers to define and combat disinformation, but also raises concerns about potential censorship, restrictions on free speech, and the global impact of these regulations. It's a complex issue that requires a balance between protecting against disinformation and preserving fundamental rights like freedom of expression. So, don't get too comfortable, friends. The internet as we know it is changing, and not in the way you'd hoped. In conclusion, the EU's Digital Services Act is here, and it's a force to be reckoned with. But we're not going down without a fight, right? So here's the plan. Stay informed. Keep your ear to the digital ground. Follow alternative media like JP Sears, Redacted, Blaze TV, there's a number of them out there. Stay up to date on the latest developments. Support independent platforms and channels like Culture Trend. They're more important than ever. Join us. We're here to stay. Spread the word. Share this video far and wide. Let your friends, family, and fellow internet warriors know what's happening. Use your voice. Engage in respectful discussions and never stop advocating for free speech and a free internet. It's our First Amendment right that protects our liberty to articulate opinions and ideas without fear of retaliation, censorship, or legal sanction. We've got the power of information on our side, and together we can protect our online freedom. So stay vigilant, keep smart, and remember, the internet may be changing, but we're the ones who shape it. That's it for today's eye-opening adventure. Until next time, stay tech savvy and remember, the internet belongs to all of us. Be on the lookout for our next series called How We Got Here, the Education System, when I show you how the public schools of America have brainwashed our nation's children to be adorable little Marxists. Stay informed and stay free.